Welcome to Kids Church Online. Welcome to Kids Church Online. We started our new series about knowing Jesus.
Kids Church Online. Gotta love it, gotta love it, gotta love it. Kids Church Online. Gotta love it, gotta love it, gotta love it. Woo! I remember when the team first announced that we'd be doing Kids Church videos with what we thought was a 2-week hold off. And my first thought was I was doing mostly middle school stuff at the time, and I thought, oh man, I'm jealous. I want to be in on that. That looks fun.
We took the same mission that we had for Kids Church, which is for them to love church, for belonging, to know the Bible stories, and then to experience Jesus. And so we tried to funnel that into the Kids Church Online.
Kids respond really well to two aspects, storytelling and the language of fun. Our videos only go as far as our screens, right? But if you create and inspire the imagination and excitement for the word at that age, it creates something for them where church and faith matter. I want to know Jesus because I hear about him in Bible stories, right? And for a kid, it's the very elementary stages. And I think we can all relate to that, which is why we have more than just kids watching, you know?
I believe that every truth that people need, whether you're young or old, that it's for each of us. There is healing for them in simple ways where we speak truth in those places where there's hurts, there's lies. Kids are sponges, and so they will take in those lies and they don't realize it, but we want to speak truth into those.
Last year, as the restrictions kind of piled up through summer and into fall, the reality for us kind of set in that it's actually up to us to be the primary disciplers of our kids. And so then we just started looking for resources, or using the resources, I guess, that were right in front of us, like Kids Church Online, and started to implement them in our family over the weeks and months that followed.
I think one of the challenges with discipling kids through video is that we're not there with them, so we can't actually walk it out. We want this to be a tool so families can just take it and run with it and expand on it and build on it. I just see it as a great opportunity that way. It's challenging for us that we can't be there and do it, but actually this is great because it's so great if parents and families can do this at home.
It's often caught over taught, right? We could say a bunch of things in a Kids Church video over and over and over again, and it'll eventually stick a little bit, but when they see the faith talked about or the stories lived out in terms of going to God in prayer or the word, and they see it in mom and dad, it becomes something that's caught at home more than just taught through a church. So and sometimes through the video, they might catch a thing or two, but when it's emphasized by mom and dad at home, that's when those seeds of faith really grow and make a difference, and you see kids growing up in their walk with the Lord at home.
When they would have those elements of participation, they kind of needed that adult still to do it with them. And so when we would do it with them, when there would be a bit of a discussion time or a prayer time, just having Chris and I there kind of guiding them through that, it became a very rich family time together. I'd really encourage families, do it together. Parents, watch Kids Church Online with your kids. You will be able to have a much more rich experience, and your kids will probably be able to take a lot more out of it than if they were doing it on their own.
We're all kind of realizing it's not necessarily going to be the same as it once was. Yet those kids still need to be ministered to. I love that verse. Jesus says, "Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them, for such belongs the kingdom of heaven." We still have to let that happen. Discipleship and raising our kids in the faith at home is going to be the primary way. It can't be a drop-off at church anymore. To see something that started as a filler for a couple weeks in an unknown quarantine pandemic, to see something that's now a year and a half into to kind of being a regular staple of encouragement and support for families at home is kind of, it's important to me. Like, I care about it. I care about kids getting ministered to and seeing families having something for them.
We want this to be a tool for families to engage together and experience Jesus together, and for kids to grow in God within their family.
It's totally that verse, like if you give even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones, it's like, man, if we give even just a little bit of encouragement to these kids in their faith, or like a boost that I'm not alone, like there's other kids watching, the same thing, that's just spurring on of like, I want to follow Jesus too, makes it all worth it. I love the opportunity to show kids who Jesus is and the joy of following him, and make it like something that's personal, something that's real, even when they're kids.